just filmed an entire week of my life and I had a lot of fun doing it. So thank you for clicking onto this video. I am a 28-year-old business owner living in Dubai and this is my life. This is what I get up to. I hope that you enjoyed the vlog. I just wanted to do a little introduction because I didn't really introduce the vlog at the start. I do want to give you a little bit of forewarning. I forgot to use like good audio for the first 2 to 3 minutes. So if you're sensitive to audio, it is fine, but like it bothers me. But after that, the audio is good for the rest of the video. Otherwise, please subscribe if you haven't already, or like or comment, or just do something to let the algorithm like be friends with us. It would be greatly appreciated. It is currently Sunday morning, about 7:45, and we are on our morning walk before we start our day. We start our weeks on a Sunday, which I think we got into the habit of when we moved to Dubai because
yeah, the weekends used to run. Well, actually, just before we moved here, it was Thursday, Friday, like most of the Middle East. But when we first moved here, it was Friday, Saturday. So Monday was like Sunday. It's actually quite nice because you don't get this whole like Monday thing. But they changed it about 2 years ago now.
they changed it ages ago.
Again.
Yeah, yeah. We like to match up with Western markets. Yeah, we stayed in the habit of working on a Sunday, so we work Sunday till Friday. It's just nice. A Sunday is kind of like a organized for the weekday and get some work done. So I'll take you along with us. The medium or the dark for like a
Medium.
We have made a continental breakfast bread with pan au chocolat, some homemade bread that we made yesterday, and I'll talk about that later. And then eggs, cheese, sausage,
Massive
ham,
blueberries.
some big blueberries, and some coffee. Cheers.
And this is a cup I made. I hand squished it, clayed it, and then painted it and applied it.
Like pottery on a spinning wheel, and it's so cute.
Yeah, it's not quite big enough for like it's perfect for like a really small flat white.
I realised that I filmed most of my videos with this and the audio is really good, so I'm not sure if the audio was okay on those previous clips, and I'm just going to use this because I prefer it. I am going to get ready, but first, it's really been bothering us for a while how messy my stuff is. Like, I've got a really messy desk and like really messy drawers. Like, the desk isn't too bad, but like I just wanted to I want to walk in here and feel peaceful. But I always just kind of stuff all of my stuff into a drawer. I don't know how you spend time on YouTube, but I like watching video essays, like especially when I'm doing something kind of boring. And Nicky Reardon, I really enjoy his social commentaries. I just watched one on the epidemic of escapism, which is really good. Like, it's quite eye-opening. So if you like video essays, I'd recommend. But right now I'm just organizing my pens into pots so that I've got my like writing pens and then I've got my colorful pens separate. I'm a little bit apprehensive about vlogging because I don't know how much to include, especially this being like a week in my life. I don't want the video to be crazy long. But I finished tidying and I'm gonna put a little bit of an overlay, some videos of what I've done. All of my pens are organised, my drawer is nice and organised under my desk now, so things that I need are easy to get. I also tidied up my cables and wires because they were getting really on my nerves. So that's all nice and neat, and my drawers are nice and neat as well now. So I'm really happy, I'm really pleased with that. I'm glad that I did it. Luckily for me, I'm really happy for myself. I actually wrote down most of the important stuff that I needed to do today on Friday night. So it's out of my brain, like it's there, it's ready to go, and I didn't worry about it yesterday, which was a nice feeling. I'm just popping the tiniest bit of makeup on because I do just feel so much better when like my cheeks are a little bit shiny, when my eyelashes are popping. And do you know what me and Jake did yesterday? Basically, a few days ago, let's go on the story. We did a manifestation plan when we moved to Dubai of like a 2-year projection of what we wanted to achieve and things like that. And so we did that 2020 to 2022, then we did it in 2022 to 2024, and it's been out of date for like 3 months. So like we needed to do it. So we sat down together and we read through the previous one. And what we put in the previous one was 1 phone-free day per week. But you know, we never stuck to it. I feel sad that you can't see what I'm getting out. So I'm just gonna, I've got a little light here because the lighting in here is really terrible. So it's this, here is my makeup. I'm just getting it all out so that I can pop it on. Anyways, yes, on our 2022 to 2024 like goals and projection, we did write like spend one phone free day a week together, which we didn't do. We literally didn't do. And we're talking about it and we liked it and we thought, you know what, like let's not write it on this one, but let's just action it anyway, because like I've noticed, it's funny, obviously I was watching that video on escapism, which I think if you're addicted to your phone, which you probably are, because most of us are, it would be a really good like watch. Just awareness of the problem is really important for like overcoming a problem. But I know that I'm addicted to my phone because of like, I could blame work, but like that makes it easier to blame because a lot of my job is related to my phone. But like at the end of the day, it's not work, because like I managed to stay off my phone all day yesterday and I just need better boundaries. I can still work. Anyways, so sorry if I'm making you feel some kind of way, but like at the end of the day, you're in control of your life, and if you're addicted to your phone and it's making you feel like shit, that's a you problem and only you can solve it. So I am the same, and so me and Jake were like, right, let's do it, let's have a phone free day. And we did. I can't tell you how happy I feel. It was a little bit of teething issues because I did have to like order some food shopping and I used the app on my phone, but like no messages, no social media, no emails, no nothing. Like literally we Googled a couple of things because we went shopping and we wanted to see what kind of shops were like, what we're looking for a certain shop. So like apart from that, no screen time. And it's currently 10:15 on Sunday morning and I haven't picked up my phone yet. I'm gonna pick it up like in my little warm up to start working. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I have been really bad with my phone lately. I've been taking it to bed, and mostly because I wake up loads in the middle of the night because of pregnancy, and like obviously I'd rather scroll on my phone than read a book in the middle of the night because it's just easier. But that's bullshit, right? So I'm making excuses and it doesn't make us feel good. So like what, I'm waking up in the morning and then I'm scrolling on my phone this thing, and then at night I'm scrolling on my phone before I go to bed, and then I'm literally like, the screen time is basically like so ridiculously high and I feel like shit. So that's what my Saturday consisted of, and I feel fantastic. So I'm just sharing this with you because if you feel a bit shit, maybe you should have one phone free day a week. Ta-da! There is my little bit of makeup. I'm now sitting down to work, although that's a lie. I am gonna get like a little can of pop and getting on with my tasks. So I just got a new notebook because I am addicted to notebooks and I go through them so quickly that I'm single-handedly holding up the notebook supply chain. And basically, because obviously I'm going on to maternity leave, I don't know how that looks when you own your own business. I am getting back into the habit of every single task I do, writing down what that is, how long I think it's going to take, and then how long it actually takes, so that I can see how I need to, like, what tasks I can further delegate, so that when it comes around to birth time and my full-time job becomes cow, it's going to be manageable. So what I've got wrote down today is to experiment with some trial reels, outline Bible and POAs. What I mean by that is a Bible of how the Wellness Club works, like a complete up-to-down SOP on every single process within the business, so that, again, if I can't do something, how to do it is there. And I need to tidy up my automations because I've got like free guides and things like that. And it's got a little bit messy, so I want to kind of organize it into like a Google Sheet. Good luck to me. And then also I am sending out a feedback form to the girls who joined Foundations because I am loving it so far. It's been great. And I love doing things that are helpful. Like I really enjoy anything to do with one-to-one and all the resources that I am doing with our one-to-one bespoke clients. And then with Foundations, it's kind of like a guide for you to do it yourself. So it's the first time I've ever done it, and therefore I want to get lots of feedback on the process and understanding what is most helpful and what's least helpful, so that moving forward the product can just be better, which is very exciting. And then I need to do list my tasks for the upcoming week. I need to get back to some like management tasks, like business management tasks. And then I need to plan and edit some content. Editing content takes a lot of my time, but like again, like it's something that I should probably delegate, but like I enjoy it. So that's me. That's what we're getting up to. Wait,
A kiss on the head.
I don't know if you're really naughty too, but I am, and I've just finished me feedback form, and I'm now on my other task, which is boring, which is probably why I was being naughty. It's just adding things into a Google Sheet, so it's like obviously easy to get distracted. But I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna take a peek and see if anybody's filled in the like feedback form for foundation so far, and I have, and there's really nice feedback, and I honestly just feel like. I feel so fulfilled at the moment. I'm feeling so happy. I literally I love what I do. And it's really nice to be in a place where I'm feeling like what I'm doing is making a difference. I've always felt like that ever since I kind of started my Instagram years ago, like back in 2018, 2019. But sometimes you just go through when you do something new or when you do something different, and you can tangibly see the difference that you're making. It's really, really nice. It makes us feel really good. And also I really did struggle last year with trying to conceive. It really threw off. I was thriving from for ages until about March, April last year, where it just really took it all out of us, and it really ground us down, because I was like, I've done everything that I possibly could do. And I think it's a really difficult emotional thing to kind of go through, trying to conceive. And it's something that it's not like we just started last year. We'd been talking about it for years and years. I bought my first baby books back in 2021, 2022. So it that ruined me up until the end of the year. And then I felt good again, fell pregnant, went through the first trimester. So it was down, 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 starting to go up again, and then da, 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 da. But I was okay with that, because obviously that's to be expected, and I was at peace with that. And then I was feeling like a bit of a fraud, because I'd gained fat. It wasn't just pregnancy weight. I'd completely been out of my gym and fitness routine, and I was crap, I'm the worst. How the fuck am I supposed to kind of promote this healthy, strong, productive? Because that's not how I felt. I was how the hell am I advertising this is what I do when I don't even feel that way? But ever since January, and I set myself up very small, very little goals, and I'm building up now, and we're in the middle of March, only 20% of the year, I'm here, I'm in the gym, I'm getting stronger. I can even see me little shoulders and triceps. I can see that something's happening. I'm not sure, but I can see that. I'm feeling so driven and motivated with work, except for the Google Sheet, which is why I'm talking to you now. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I said when we were eating breakfast that I would talk more about bread, because Jake and I are very much in our baking era, and we baked a loaf of bread yesterday with whole wheat, whole grain for the first time in a while. For the first time, actually. It's quite dense. It's yogurt bread, making it crazy high protein, because whole grain wheat is super high protein. So we just need to let it rest a little bit more for it to be a bit more big and fluffy, but still tastes really good.
Yeah, and it's also really hot, so it's also really hot.
Talk to my boobies.
It's also really hot.
And Jake loves scones, even though he calls them scones. And he's been talking about it for a while, and we've been talking about it for a while, and we finally made some yesterday. Now, they're a little bit unusually shaped because we didn't have a cutter, and I'm not going to lie to you, they're amazing. They taste fantastic. we made some scones with little raisins, and then we just made some plain ones. But I mean, look at this. It kind of looks like a little bit of a monster, but the taste, everything about them, and they were so easy to make too. So we're in a little baking era. We're having a lovely time, but
I think it's the baking version of nesting, personally.
yeah, Jake thinks basically that we are nesting, but baking, and nesting obviously would usually be nesting would usually be a pregnant woman thing, but you see, Jake is just kind of me, so he's also experiencing the same symptoms. I just want to show you the scones. Me and Jake are having one each. I'm having a one with raisins and he's having a plain one. But we just halved them and toasted them. So this is what it looks like. A little bit of clotted cream, a little bit of jam. The taste so good, I can't tell you. You just go onto the BBC food. It's literally just their plain scone recipe, and then we added raisins for some. That's it. It's simple, easy peasy squeezy. I've just done a quick meal prep. I filmed a fun little reel, no recipes or anything like that, because I had a better idea. So I'm gonna let you know what I did. I did some like chipotle beef and cheese and bean wraps. So it's just a little wrap. I left it open so that I could like show what the inside of the wraps look like on the reel. Sorry, that was so loud. So easy to make. That was 5 lunches, high protein. And then I made like a side coleslaw, Mexican style. So that is my produce. So a little side of coleslaw to my beef wraps. I might have to make another batch later in the week, but whatever. Then for breakfast, 2 options. I made some carrot cake overnight oats and these incredible baked oats, raspberry, chocolate, peanut butter heaven. It's literally like having cake for breakfast. And then I made some egg cups as just a fun little snack because they're super high protein, really filling, a really handy little snack to have on hand. So the salon that I go to get my nails and my toes done rang us earlier on and said they've got a deal on and my toes desperately need to be redid. So I was like, you got us at a perfect time. So I have just taken off, done my work for the day, and now I did my meal prep. I'm here, I'm gonna get my toes done, I'm gonna get my nails done. Now I feel very bonita, and Jake feels bonita too because he got a haircut and I just sat in at the end when it was being finished, and he got a little bit of bonita treatment. I'm also gonna give you a free little look at my toes, just a second there, and I also got some beautiful French nails, so I'm feeling really nice this evening. Good morning for Monday. I just wanted to show you a little fit check, a little outfit of the day. How cute is this looking? I think I look really nice in all pink at the moment, but I just thought that the bump looked really bumpy today. And we are just about to head out on our morning walk, and then every Monday we've got a little tradition that started at the start of this year where we'll go to a cafe to do our Monday morning of work and have a meeting, and it just makes Monday feel a bit nicer, a bit more special, a bit like not like, ugh, we'll have to go back to work, like, yay, it's work. I'm just having my carrot cake overnight oats for breakfast. How good do these bad boys look? And I love thick overnight oats, like I don't like runny ones, so I kind of did it mostly with yogurt and a tiny splash of milk, and they are delicious. I actually didn't have a great sleep last night, which is very normal during pregnancy. It's something to expect. Pregnancy kind of insomnia and needing a pee and like getting up like 2 or 3 or 4 times in the night. But last night when I got up at 2:30, I had a bit of earache and it was really hurting, and so it just like kept us awake for a little bit. So I was like awake for an hour. But my trick for this is I always give myself way longer than I need in bed. So you need 8 hours of sleep to function optimally. You need 8 hours of sleep. Don't think that you can't. That's just what it is. That's what the research says. You need 8 hours of sleep. That doesn't mean 8 hours in bed, because 8 hours in bed, you've got to fall asleep. Sleep cycles, waking up, you're probably only getting 7 hours of sleep. So I give myself now, I try to give myself 10 hours in bed. I try to give myself at least 10 hours of sleep opportunity, because I'm probably going to be awake for at least an hour, and then I've got like an extra spare hour. So last night I think I had about 9.5 hours sleep opportunity. So even though I probably lost like an hour and a half sleep, I'm still probably getting, hello, a good night of sleep in total anyways. There was a cat in the garden and I filmed myself going meow. This is Jake's favourite cat that he's obsessed with, but it looks like this might be his girlfriend or something like that.
Your girlfriend.
Jake's named him Jerry, but he's just not interested in Jake at the moment.
Yeah.
I think the audio and video is going to be all over the place in this video. I'm not too sure, but I was halfway through my lunch when I was like, crap, I'm vlogging. So obviously you saw us meal prep my coleslaw and my cheesy beef wrap. So I just reheated it in the air fryer. I'm having my lunch. Obviously this morning I just went out to the cafe, got my favourite drink, which is a honey and cinnamon iced latte. She's delicious. It's like an chai tea, I don't know, honestly, it's really good. Done a bunch of tasks after my lunch. I'm prepping for some meetings, and then me to-do list is honestly always like absolutely horrific. But that's okay, I get through it. But it's like every single time one task gets ticked off, 5 more get added. You know when you've got that like afternoon drowsiness, it's 1:30 and I feel so tired, obviously, like I said yesterday. This morning, sorry, that I'm feeling like, ugh. I'm just waiting for some files to upload to my laptop because I'm gonna edit a piece of content. But then I'm gonna get me walking pad out and I'm gonna go on that, but I need to edit my content first because I hate walking and editing at the same time. It's very confusing for the brain, but it helps so much. It like actually helps wake you up. I am also gonna get a little Pepsi, a little raspberry Pepsi out of the fridge too, because the thing is, it'll solve all of my problems. But my actual plan has turned into chaos today. So many things have come up and changed, so I'm just going through it. I'm doing what I can. We're going okay. It's 1:30. Like, I'm feeling good. Started walking on my walking pad about 15 minutes before my meeting, and then my meeting took a little bit longer than I thought it would take. So I ended up being on the walking pad for 1 hour and 23 minutes. So yes, I was re-energized. All you've got to do, right, is just walk and listen to some music that makes you happy. Also, you are slowly moving down now because my tripod is a little bit broken. So like I can just slowly see it moving down and I'm trying to move with it. Put some music on that makes you happy and walk, and that will solve most things. And if it doesn't, then that is, if you feel still like shit after that, go to bed or lie down or just know that there's nothing you can do. I feel like you can just see it's become a bit more disheveled as the day goes on, but I'm done. It's 5:30 and that's it. That's all I can give today. I'm gonna make me dinner and then I'm gonna relax because like my ears feel horrible. I just have like a ringing in my ears. Annoying, but you know, I did what I needed to do. I have had a beautiful, productive day, despite that, and I've got tomorrow's plan of action sorted. So tomorrow's a fun day, and hopefully I have a good sleep tonight. I'll try and get myself to bed a little bit earlier to ensure that I maximise my sleep. But I'll show you me dinner when I've made it, okay? So I just threw together the quickest dinner ever. It is literally just salmon with hoisin sauce, avocado and rice. Just set the rice on to boil. I did enough for 2 days so that I can just like stir fry it tomorrow. Ooh, maybe with an egg. And then just hoisin salmon, air fried the sauce. Hoisin sauce on the salmon, air fried it, and then avocado. Like, it's so easy, so delicious, and it all comes from the flavour on the salmon. Like, so it's 8:30 and my work bag and my gym bag are packed for tomorrow so that when I wake up I don't have to do it. It's already done. I'm having a slice of bread because I'm just about to leave for the gym. So I'm just gonna have a slice of my toast that I've made. So I'm just gonna make a little pre-workout slice of jam on toast for some energy because I can't work out with no food on my belly. The toaster is on fire. Me and Jake were joking about the fact that we've had this toaster for like 5 years and we've not replaced it because like it does the job, but like it's started to be on fire ever since. So I think we might have like accidentally sent it to its death. And as you know, I made some baked oats the other day. So I'm just going to take a portion of these with us for my actual breakfast.
Need a boy who can cuddle with me all night. Give me one, let me long, be my sunlight. Tell me lies, we can argue, we can fight. Yeah, we did it before, but we'll do it tonight. Yeah, that fro black boy with the gold teeth. Your dark skin looking at me like you know me. I wonder if you got the G or the B. Let me find out and see. Coming up with me. This days are way too long. That don't impress me much.
I've had a bloody wonderful morning. Sorry, I've just kind of done B-roll and I'm going to be explaining my morning. Not very vlog style, is it? But let us tell you. So you saw us get up early this morning. I left. I went on a beautiful walk to get some steps in. 15 minutes. That's all you need. Little and often, and just anything that's doable bloody adds up, okay? And it makes you feel success, because if you think you just have to do 100% to achieve, that's why you're not getting any further forward. You need to be okay with little, because when you're okay with little, it builds confidence, it builds consistency, and then it builds on itself. So then I went to a ladies only gym where you're not allowed to film because women might have their hijabs off, so you're just not allowed. So I trained with a friend. Well, we trained completely separately, but we met up to train, got ready, had a little walk again, 10 minutes to a cafe, sat down, locked in. She actually has a very busy day and she's hosting a masterclass this afternoon, so she was prepping for that, and I was doing some work that I've been putting off for a while now, and it's kind of creative work, you know. Like self-employment slash owning a business sounds dreamy and like, you know, being in control of your own schedule, and it is, I'm not gonna lie, I love my life, but it's very hard because, you know, if you wake up and you don't feel motivated, you've got to go to work or you'll lose your job. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter either way. You've got to get up and you've got to do it, and you've got somebody to report to. If I wake up unmotivated, I can literally just lie in bed all day and then just feel terrible. Like, because who the fuck's going to tell us off? Not me. I'm just having my same meal prep again, but I've added some sour cream to it to have alongside the wraps. But Jake is also having wraps today for his lunch.
I'm having pulled barbecue chicken wraps. I'm kind of embarrassed. This is the end. I didn't bother to fold up.
I feel like I'm back in university again. I'm actually knackered. That's simply because my resting heart rate has increased by like 12 beats per minute since the start of pregnancy. So going up the stairs is quite a difficult job, I'm not gonna lie. I've just made a little decaf mocha. I used some maple syrup, some dark chocolate chips, espresso and frothed milk. Hopefully it tastes nice. I was just feeling it. It's currently 5 o'clock and I've just watched 4.5 hours worth of education to understand, like I said, what I started off earlier today, kind of biting the bullet and getting through it. Trying to figure out how to help my dream client as much as possible and what I can do. So now I've got some worksheets. This is where I say, like, I feel like I'm in university again. I've got like all of my worksheets and everything kind of laid out to make sure that the service that we provide at the Wellness Club is literally so perfect. Like, the thing is, like, it's fucking amazing. Like, I really rate it. I really stand by it. It's so good. But I'm always striving to be better and improve the more that I learn. And the more that we can, like, new systems that we can implement, new things that we can focus on, or improving what we already do. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I felt like I had a little bit of heartburn for the first time. But I think it's just because I was like lying back a bit while I was watching, because I was trying to get comfy as I was taking notes. So I got a little glass of milk too. That's where I'm at this Tuesday afternoon. I'm just gonna work through that and see if I, in an ideal world, I work through all the sheets today and I have kind of a clear idea in my head. No, lie. I have lots of ideas in my head. I sleep on it, and tomorrow I can put a clear idea together. I guess we'll see. The fact of the matter is, I didn't get the worksheets done at 6:30. But you know what? I was making my way through them. And you know how I mentioned heartburn earlier? Could be indigestion, but then Jake says that heartburn is indigestion, but I don't actually, it's not really something that I've suffered with historically, that kind of thing. Anyways, I ordered a burrito bowl for dinner. And Jake has his meal prep, which he's heating up. And we're gonna, what are we gonna do?
Probably, I don't fancy reading today. I've read loads and I've listened to loads of course videos today. It's probably TV. Vegetables. Woo!
And also, how nice do the pillows look in the background of this little sitting room area? Thank you very much.
Also, I'd like to tell people I'm having a tiny snack cheese and there's nothing they can do about it.
Come over and show them.
Oh wait, they probably couldn't hear me. Give me ASMR meat and cheese now. I'm having a tiny snack cheese. There's nothing you can do about it.
There ain't nothing you can do about it. The reason I ordered this was because I wanted to work later and I didn't want to prep, so I didn't want to cook any food. So this means I work later and then I could finish when my food comes. I think I got chicken and I basically get every single topping and then extra, well, guacamole added on because I think you need to get guacamole. Good morning from Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had a really terrible night's sleep. I went to bed early, 8 or 9 around then, and I slept gorgeously until about midnight when I woke up with the worst digestive pain in the whole world. And it kept us up for 4 hours. I was just in really bad stomach pain. So I just had the most terrible sleep ever. And I stayed in bed a little extra, an hour extra to try and get some more sleep. But then I've got a dodgy neck. Oh dear. However, on the positive side, when I'm awake during the night, the baby's really active, so at least I had entertainment from the baby, which I always really like being kicked. I'm enjoying it at the moment. The baby started kicking ages ago. The baby started kicking really quite early, and they've been a super duper active kicker. And so I'm mentally prepared for the fact that it's probably going to start causing us a world of pain soon. It's really quite nice and pleasant, so I'm really enjoying it until it maybe isn't anymore. But anyways, so that's fine. Not a great sleep, so I'm not going to expect too much out of myself this morning. I'm just going to have a pre-breakfast and then I'm going to go on a walk, come back, have actual breakfast. Then I'm gonna get a coffee as a treat. I'm gonna get my favorite honey and cinnamon iced latte as a treat to kind of get us into a good vibe. I just generally feel a bit, but that's okay. I'm feeling really lucky today though, because one of the best things about living in Dubai, one of the reasons that I wanted to live here in the first place, was the weather. And interestingly, the weather's been turning the past few weeks because we're coming into the hot season. And when it gets hot, the summer is, honestly, it's unbearable. It's horrible. It is horrendous. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'd rather have that than the cold. I'd rather be too hot than too cold. So, so it's been quite, misty. It gets a bit rainy and misty as the seasons change from hot to hotter. But this morning, the sky is just gorgeous. The sun, the sky, it looks so beautiful out there, and I'm just so grateful because I opened the windows, I opened the curtains, and I was I feel better already. Woohoo, I'm done. I walked for 45 minutes. I did 3.5 kilometers almost. I got my honey and cinnamon iced latte, which is it's my addiction. It's cinnamon honey, a bit of vanilla powder, blended with the milk, and then a shot of espresso, and I can't tell you how good it is. And I feel okay. I feel like lots of this, do you know when you just feel a bit off because you've not been able to sleep properly and like your body's not being able to do everything it needs to do? So I'm gonna get my breakfast out. I genuinely am I'm a breakfast girl. I had them two little slices of toast with peanut butter and jam on before I went out, and my overnight oats now for like actual breakfast. When people struggle with breakfast, like I've got all the tips and tricks and advice and such, but like on a personal level, I'm just like, I would simply pass away. And I don't want to be too boring and talk about pregnancy all the time in case you're not interested, but if you are watching this, you're probably interested in me, and that is what is my life right now. But I think I'm starting to get like Braxton Hicks a little bit, like my stomach's going really hard for a few seconds, and that's what I think that is. I don't know, I'll look into it a little bit more, but that's only started in the past couple of days, and they say that can start like from the start of the second trimester, so when we're closer to like the end of it, so that's interesting. And my friend got us this hat, and Jake has a dad one, so that's very cute. This morning I was crying because one day the baby's not going to need us anymore, like they're going to leave the house, or even when they're just like a little bit more independent, because they need us now, because like I'm growing them, you know. I was just crying because one day they're not going to need us. So I'm not sure if that's like 100% universal. I think it is. I think that is a universal feeling that all mums feel. But she got to eat her breakfast and then get on with her day of work.
Oh no, its hat fell off. Show the camera. Wait, I'm doing this way around. Its hat fell off. You can't see, but its hat fell off.
I know. What flavour is it?
Milk chocolate ganache.
Woo! Jake was working remotely this morning, and he brought us donuts back as a gift.
Oh, this is my new hat.
And we're a little bit, well, I'm a little bit stressed, Jake's a little bit stressed, we're all just a little bit stressed because it comes to this time in our lives every 2 to 3 years where we'll have to update business documents. And what's happened at the same time is me changing my name finally after 4.5 years from Ailish Rutherford to Ailish Finesilver. And the document updation, which is just a word that I just made up. But
It literally happened all at once, and then he was like, "You can only do one after the other." Like,
so
it is like been a huge part of my life for the last month now. Oh, diabolical, and it was a terrible process as well. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But it's nearly done. 3 years later.
This is how I used to look as a little teenage tomboy.
You need to.
The last time that I spoke to the camera was actually after my walk this morning. Then I've just been doing the work that I was doing yesterday. I finished that off, which is great.
God, is that Ailish Fitness?
Is that Ailish Fitness? Good morning from Thursday. We're gonna have the same morning as yesterday. Well, Jake was not here yesterday. But I'm having a slice of toast. Yesterday I had it with peanut butter and jam, but today I'm just having it with butter.
But yeah, so yesterday, Ailish has been wanting some pink chewing gum for her car. And we needed to order from like the delivery shop place. And she saw this pink chewing gum, and then they rang us and said, like a return or a substitution. We were like, whatever. And this is what came.
So
the tiniest chewing gum.
It's so comically small, but what would be
this
funny
is like a regular size mug.
Is comparing it to like the boxes of chewing gum that Jake gets for his car, which is quite funny. But anyways, Jake was working remotely yesterday morning, so it was just me on the walk. This morning it's going to be both of them. So that's it. Same old. We've basically just skipped forward an entire day. So it's currently Friday and I left here Thursday morning. Basically halfway through the morning walk, I started getting dizzy and like leaning to the side when I was walking, and it didn't go away. So we came back. Then when we got back, I couldn't like move my head from side to side because I felt so sick and dizzy. And then I like laid down and I wasn't hungry or anything, but I had a little bit of breakfast to see if that would help. And I was lying down, rolled over, and then I just vomited, which is really interesting. That's the first time that I've vomited during pregnancy. I literally just slept, like that really took it out of us. I just had to like have a sick day. It was so weird. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. It really freaked us out because during the walk, like my body wasn't listening to my brain. Like I literally could feel like I was like going in circles, and my body was like leaning, and so like I was like, obviously I was very distraught. I was like crying because I was like, oh my god, what if I can never walk again? I am okay right now. So it must have been like a little bug. I don't know. I feel perfectly fine. If it got worse, I would have went to the doctors, but like I more or less felt better by midday, but then I was just exhausted and I kept napping. Or like I basically slept all day, which is a little bit annoying because I only have meetings on Mondays and Thursdays. So I meet with our wellness club coaches on Thursdays, so I had to cancel, and I'm just going to catch up with them through messages today. And luckily, otherwise, most of my work is just creative. Like, so it's content creation, resource creation, webinar creation. It's just creative tasks. So either planning or writing or editing or emails or, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So that's what my schedule usually looks like: Tuesday, Wednesday, most of Thursday and Friday. So I'm grateful for that. I do have client management and also like messages and important things too. That usually takes, like, depending on the day, between like half an hour to 2 hours of my day. But again, luckily Thursday is usually quite a quiet day. So yeah, I literally never get sick. So anyways, I'm just packing my bag. I'm gonna go work from cafe, and hopefully I feel like, obviously I feel better, but like I don't feel amazing.
Classic fart noise. Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. We are currently sat in a cafe.
Didn't vlog the start of the coffee, but here is the end of the coffee.
Did you even have an iced latte if you didn't film the stir? What are it called? Yeah.
Little coffee stir.
Yeah.
I've just
How are you?
You can't ask them that. Like,
They can just say it out loud. 3, 2, 1. I'm glad to hear. Please don't say anything bad.
My dog just died, and you've just phoned. I'm glad to hear.
If it was positive, and I'm sorry if it was negative. There we go.
So I'm just catching up with my tasks this morning, like catching up with things from yesterday. And the reason that I wanted to just get the camera out is because Friday is Jake's personal brand day. Wednesday and Friday, Jake works on his project.
My own stuff.
And
yeah.
I just looked over at his screen and he had something quite fun. I don't know if I'm allowed to share it.
What was it?
It was the little board with the little...
The mind map.
Yeah.
I normally like drawing mind maps by hand, but I need to start doing things digitally because I lose them in my notebooks, and it's like tough to. I'm trying to get everything onto paper in my drive because I've got my website, and then basically I'm just structuring it so everything. It's I would argue like most businesses this way these days, but everything comes from your personal brand, and then you just branch out, and then you can kind of continue to branch out from there. But no, it's fun. You know, I've been doing specifically a lot of work on getting the podcast name. Like, I've had the concept for the podcast for the longest time, but believe it or not, I found the hardest part is actually naming it.
I think the hardest part with anything is naming it. Like, it's the
just,
hardest part.
I don't know, because I feel like I've done a lot of research, and everyone online on the, like, any YouTubes, even on the books that I've read, they're like, oh yeah, don't think about it too much, just whatever's, don't think about it too much. It's literally like one of the most important parts.
I think it definitely, because Jake...
But I don't want to change it. So.
Jake is a master procrastinator, and Jake like
I'm not a procrastinator.
yeah, like it technically comes down to procrastination. Jake will
Yeah, I mean,
so
if we're talking about the fact that like anything other than doing the thing is not doing the thing, like in that case, yes. But I'm an over preparer is definitely what I would say.
which is a form of procrastination. that's just
I am under attack.
That's procrastination wrapped up in a little bowl called denial.
What is that? A
Denial.
river in Africa.
In Egypt.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Egypt is in Africa.
But anyways, so that I just wanted to catch it up on where we're at.
My neck hurts from leaning over like this. In other news, I've got special hair supplements and a derma stamp and a scalp thingy. So hopefully within 6 working business months, I'll have a full barnet again instead of it steadily marching backwards. So I'm quite excited about that.
I literally love that anyone who's like not well acquainted with us and our lives are just getting such interesting little snippets into you.
You're welcome, everybody. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that.
What, me struggling to open a little thing?
Oh wait, okay. Right, I kind of basically stopped vlogging as of Friday afternoon, and you saw some clips there. Jake and I went to see Moana 2 at the cinemas because we love the cinema, but nothing really good is on at the moment. It's very annoying. That was the only kind of good thing. And for some reason, we've not been to see it yet. And it was really good. Then we tried out some pushjays because, I mean, the baby's not due for a couple of months, but like we should probably start taking it seriously about buying things. And then on Saturday morning, we went out for some breakfast. And yeah, after breakfast, we basically just worked all day and it was kind of like a little bit stressful. But do you know what? It's been a good week and I'm glad that you've been part of it with us. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, but let us just show you. My week started on Sunday. That was day 1. Then we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, my illness day, but I'm feeling much better now, thank you for asking. And then Friday, Saturday, I'm working today. I've just got a call with the foundations girlies now. I just wanted to finish this video off. I've got my to-do list planned for Monday, and that's me. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of whatever day it is for you, whatever time it is for you. See you later. Bye-bye.